All right. So here we go. This is episode 1 of the H3 Talk Show. And welcome. All right. Today we have a very special guest, somebody that I've known all my life, practically all my life. She's somebody that has been very inspirational for me. So for episode 1, I thought she would be the perfect person to have on my show. So please welcome my mother, Sylvia Rawlings.
Hello.
All right, so I just wanted to start off about you, and so I just want you to introduce yourself to the audience and let them know a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, first of all, son, I want to thank you for letting me be the first guest on your show.
First guest.
I am indeed honored and just happy to have this opportunity to have this chat with you on this platform. I am Sylvia Rawlings, and I am the mother of Mr. Herbert Handy
That's me, Herbert
Jr.,
Handy.
the one and only. And I'm so very, very proud of you and proud of what you're doing.
Thank you.
I am 58 years old, soon to be 59. I've had a long career in criminal justice and counseling youth. And just been in that field for 30 years. I'm retired now. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying my retirement, but I'm the type of person where I have to keep busy. I have to.
I understand that. I'm the same way. I work 2 jobs, so I know exactly how it is.
Yeah, we're workaholics.
Now, let me just back up a bit. You said that you were into criminal justice.
That's
now,
right.
What made you get into that field?
Back in college, I had the opportunity to serve the youth in a counseling position through an internship with my sociology professor at Hofstra University. And so they hired me to do that hired me actually to be a counselor in that position after I did my internship. And I worked the 4 to 12 shift. And I got an opportunity to go to court with young people who have been involved in crime, children who have been abandoned by their parents, and so that kind of started off my career in criminal justice.
Yeah. Okay. I got you. Now, I've seen you downtown at 201 Poplar and things like that. And from the outside looking in, it seems like it's madness. It seems like there's a lot of trauma, a lot of things that go on with victims, assault and abuse. Now, how do you keep your sanity doing that type of job?
It's really difficult to keep your sanity, because when you see people who are going through trauma, people who have been injured, people who have been abused, you can't help but internalize some of that. And so as you're dealing with these individuals on a one-to-one basis and getting to know them and trying to counsel them and help find resources for them, you just have to kind of disconnect yourself a little bit so that you don't become emotionally involved. And it's hard to do that, so it's really difficult not to get personally involved in their lives. But the main focus is to give them the tools and the resources that they need so that they can get the help that they need, so they can heal from that trauma and move forward with their lives. That is what I concentrate on more than anything, is making sure they have those resources.
Okay, I got you. Now, sticking to that subject, there's a lot of women that come in to you. They did come into your office, coming from abusive relationships and things like that. What do you think is the reason why a lot of women stay in abusive relationships when they should leave?
Well, first of all, a lot of times these women are in relationships with men who hold the power financially.
Really?
So it's difficult for them to move forward, especially if they have children. If they have children and the man is the main breadwinner in the family, it's a scary thing to try to get out there on your own when you don't have those resources or know how to move forward, or don't know how to get a job, don't know how to emotionally detach from that person who has been taking care of you, even though they've been abusive towards you. So it's difficult. It's a difficult situation.
Really? I see. Now, what do you say to people who kind of like victim blame? Like, hey, you're a grown person. You know that you're being abused. You know that you're in this situation. You know you need to get out. Just be an adult and move on. What do you say to people that just blame them? Like, say, hey, you just need to leave. Yeah,
it's easier said than done. And those people who are not living in your shoes and not experiencing what you're experiencing, it's easy for them to say, you need to leave, you need to get out. But they don't know what you're going through. They don't know, all the different things that you have to deal with, especially if you have children. And then you've got to uproot your life, to try to get back out there and make things happen for yourself. So victim blaming is not helping the victim.
I see.
It is not. It's just making matters worse, actually.
I got you.
You have to deal with somebody who's going through that type of trauma with some kind of sympathy,
Yeah.
And that's what they need. That's what they need from their friends and their family. They need that support.
Okay. I got you. All right. So moving to something a little bit lighter, I like to talk a lot about relationships.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So you are single, right?
I am. I've been single for 2 years now. And the single life is not what I wanted for myself. I feel like I'm a good catch.
Yeah.
And that I like being in a relationship. I like being with one person.
Yeah.
And from what I've seen in the dating scene right now and what I've experienced personally, it's not that great.
Now,
it's not that good.
Now, what do you like about the dating scene, and what do you kind of hate about the dating scene?
Well, what I like about the dating scene is just getting to know new people, meeting new friends, and developing those new relationships.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Yeah, but what I don't like about it is that a lot of individuals that are out there are coming with this facade. They're not representing themselves.
Being fake, huh?
They're being fake. They're sending out their representative when they're meeting these women, or when these women are meeting these men. You don't get to see the real person.
Yeah.
You don't get to see the real person. So with the opportunities that I've had dating, I always tell the person that I'm dating, be yourself. Be yourself. And I'm going to present me. What you see is what you get.
Yeah.
I'm not putting on any facades. I'm honest about who I am. I'm honest about my past. And I'm pretty much an open book. So, what people have to understand is that people sometimes bring baggage into this dating situation. And so you have to have some honest discussions about what your baggage is.
Oh, the baggage.
The baggage.
I can't stand the baggage.
I know. But we all have baggage because we all have a past, and we've all been through some things that have created who we are today.
And see, that's the thing. A lot of people let their baggage define who they are, and it just weighs them down. And like when you bring in your baggage into a new relationship, it just brings a new relationship down.
Yeah, it does. And that's why communication is so important. It's really important that you talk about those things, and that if you do decide to get into a committed relationship, that you develop trust.
Trust. That's a good one.
Trust. You got to be able to trust that individual. And so, just getting to know one another, continuing to date, having those difficult discussions about baggage, about things that you've been through, dating, is just going to give that other individual a view of who you are.
Okay. Now I want to rewind for a second. You said that you're a good catch. You think you're a good catch.
I think I am.
Okay, tell me why did you think that you're a good catch?
I think I'm a good catch because when I am in a relationship with somebody, I am totally committed to that person. I'm totally committed to that person. I believe in communication. And I believe that there has to be a connection. First of all, there has to be something that you have in common. The conversation has to flow. And I think with my experience in dating, that's what I want the individual to know about me and to see. I want them to feel comfortable with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that they can talk to me.
Yeah.
And so for me, communication is key. If you can't communicate, it's not gonna go anywhere.
I agree 100%. You know, if you're not on the same page, you know, things can definitely go AWR.
This is true. This is true.
Now, let's see. Okay, well that's good. That's a good point. Now, I think there was another question that I wanted to ask you. So now in today's market and like on Facebook and the internet and things like that, there's been a conversation that a lot of people are having, and it mainly revolves around what people bring to the table. You know, when a man comes into a relationship, he has to bring finances. He has to be stable. He has to be the rock for the family. He has to be the head of the household. And the list goes on and on and on. Now, when it comes to women, what do you think that women should bring to the table when it comes to relationships?
First of all, I think that the rules are the same for men and women.
Because a lot of women think they can just look pretty in a relationship, and the man is supposed to provide everything.
Yeah,
you know,
but
and they just bring looks.
See, looks are not everything. Looks are not everything. If you're going to be in a relationship with somebody, you want to bring to the table the same thing that they're bringing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just being pretty is not going to get you the type of relationship that you want.
I see.
Looks are not everything at all. So if you want a man who's bringing finances to the table, make sure you have your finances together.
I agree. 100%. 100%.
You know, it's the relationship is a give and take. You know, 50-50. Some people say 100%, 100%. What I'm giving is what I expect in return. And if I can't give you what you're giving me, then there's going to be some issues. There's going to be some serious issues. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just think that works both ways. I know in some of the guys that I've dated, they're not necessarily ready financially, and I'm willing to work with somebody like that if they're bringing other things to the table. If they're bringing commitment, communication, love, they're providers, they're the protector. If they're bringing that, I'm willing to work with somebody that their finances are not quite where they want to be.
See,
you know what I mean? So that's why I say I'm a good catch.
So you are a unicorn.
I'm a unicorn
amongst women, because most women, if a man doesn't have their finances together, they look the other way. They don't want to even have anything to do with you. You know, unless you're just an extremely good looking guy, they may bypass it and overlook it. But for the most part, if your finances are in the drain, they don't want anything to do with you. And it's kind of hard to find a woman that will stand by you when you're trying to build up and be better.
Right.
You know.
Right. And see, you know, if you meet a woman who hasn't quite gotten herself together and she's just starting her career and you know, living in an apartment, doesn't have, you know, working towards some things. So there's potential there. If you have goals, you find a woman not quite ready yet, you know, still getting it together, but you know, if she's working towards some things and has some goals, that's potential there. There's something there that you can work with.
But see, here's the thing, though. In society, it's perfectly acceptable for a man to date a woman who's not where she needs to be, whether it be financially or spiritually or whatever. I think men, they're looked at like, say, hey, take me as I am. Where the woman doesn't really have to improve or get better. It's just that they come as they are, and society says, hey, we're supposed to take them, and no matter what they do or how they are, we're supposed to love them no matter what. But I feel like it doesn't go the other way around.
Yeah.
Where, if a man is not at his best, maybe down on his luck, it's not socially acceptable to date that type of man.
Yeah. But it all falls back to, do you love this person? It falls back to, that connection, that love, what you're willing to invest in the relationship.
So you believe in love?
I do. Oh yeah, I do believe in love.
What's your definition of love?
Love is many things, and there's a Bible definition of what love is, and add that to commitment, communication, support. Love involves a lot of things. You really have to be committed to a person on that type of level, where, I need to see you, you need to see me. I want to be in your presence. You want to be in my presence. Like your day doesn't go right unless you hear from me or see me. Yeah. That's the kind of love that I want. Not the fairy tale love. I've done the fairy tale love before. The fairy tale love is just what it is, a fairy tale.
So in my experience, they say that love conquers all. It don't. It doesn't. From my experience, going back to what we were saying before, like love is a component, but you have to be on the same page. You have to be, able to come to a compromise. You have to be able to, agree to disagree sometimes.
I agree.
You have to know how to pick your battles. Like love, like a lot of people put a lot of weight on love, and I think it's just one piece of the puzzle. But I believe in love, but it's hard to sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't have someone for you 100%, where the love is unconditional. That's one thing that I feel like, is lost most of the time. In a lot of relationships, love depends on what you can provide for me. It depends on what you can do, and if you're consistent with it. I'll love you as long as you're doing loving me in this type of way.
Yeah, that's not love.
Yeah. And
that's not what love is.
But see, that's the mindset that a lot of people have nowadays. And I think that's the reason why a lot of relationships are failing. Yeah.
And then, of course, a lot of people don't have that example of what real love is. If you grew up in a broken home where you just had your mother, or your mother was in an abusive relationship and you saw her being abused or talked crazy to, or you don't see your mother and your dad, showing affection toward each other, or having an argument and then coming together and resolving an issue and loving each other again. If you don't see that in your home, then you're not going to know.
Yeah.
So you need to see what love is.
Yeah.
To know what love is, you need to see it.
I agree. I agree. And, just seeing, grandpops and grandma, loving each other and being together so long, that was a good example for me, seeing what love actually was.
Yeah. Through sickness and in health.
Yeah. And, some people ain't going to stick around for that, though. You get sick or something happened to you, they out the door. They gone on you.
No, I hope that if I have an opportunity to be in a committed relationship again or get married again, that, we're going to care for each other no matter what. Yeah. No matter what.
Now, there's a lot of women single nowadays, and
it's you know what? It's just
now
happening more and more every day.
Now, why do you think that a lot of women are single nowadays?
First of all, I think that whatever they're looking for in their relationship or the relationship that they were in, something was missing, and I think women are looking for somebody who is going to be committed, who is going to communicate, who's going to have their back no matter what. They don't want a man who's constantly looking at other women, and then God, this is so important. If you don't have a spiritual relationship with God, you're not going to know how to treat people. You're not going to know how to forgive. You know what I mean? So I think that a lot of women are single today because something is missing in that relationship. Something very, very important. There's infidelity going on. There's no communication going on. There's no commitment, no dedication. Some of those things have to be missing. Mm-hmm. And when you've got all of that going on in a relationship, it's not going to last.
Yeah.
It's just not going to last.
So,
you know what I'm saying? It's just not going to last.
Okay, I got you. Now, my opinion is different from yours.
Okay, let's hear it.
This might hurt some feelings. But I think the reason why a lot of women are single today is because their standards are way too high. Way too high for what they bring to the table. Mm-hmm. For example, there's some women out there that don't want to cook, don't want to clean, don't think that, that's something they should be doing. They too pretty to do anything for their man. They disagreeable, always argumentative attitudes. They don't want to, this may hurt some people too. They don't want to get in the gym. They don't want to get fit. They don't want to improve. They think they can come to a relationship however they are at the moment, and whatever they are, they don't have to rise to better. Mm-hmm. And then a lot of men are seeing the way women are moving and acting, and we don't want to deal with that.
Right.
We don't want to deal with no attitudes and disagreeableness. I don't know if that's a word, but I'm gonna say it today.
We're gonna make it a word.
We're gonna make it a word. And it's been going on too long. Like, women, they have this independent mindset now, to where they can do everything on their own.
Mm-hmm. I don't need a man.
They don't need a man. They can do what they want to do, and don't need no help from no man until they need some help from a man. They broke down on the side of the road, and you'd be wishing for a man. But it's just so many things. It's like I can go down the list of so many things of why women are single, and like men, we just don't want to deal with it no more.
Yeah. And we're not talking about all women. We're not talking about all women or all men when we make these type statements.
I would say most women.
Your personal experience.
Yeah, that's my experience.
Personal experience. And so I agree.
True.
I agree with some of what you're saying. I mean, there's women out there who you feel like, I'm pretty, so I'm gonna be your arm candy. You need to do this for me. You need to do that for me. But you don't want to be in a relationship with somebody who's not constantly trying to better themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you have to understand that when you're in a relationship or in a marriage, there's give and take involved. If you're my husband, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna cook for you. I like a clean house. I'm not gonna be nasty.
See, some women can't cook a pack of hot dogs.
Well, guess what? You can get a cookbook. You can break open some cookbooks if you don't know how to cook, and follow directions. And so it's just a matter of putting forth that effort. If you love that man, you're going to put forth that effort to do some of the things that you should do. And it's vice versa. A man can cook sometimes. It doesn't always have to be on the woman. So as a team, your wife can't cook. maybe y'all can get in the kitchen together and come up with a meal or get a recipe and follow it. You know what I'm saying? So there's all of that stuff is excuses, is really excuses. You know, I believe in exercising, even though I don't like it, but I understand that whoever I'm with in a relationship with, I want to be healthy and I want them to be healthy as long as possible. And so I know that's going to involve getting out there, getting in the gym, or doing a little workout at home to keep myself fit. Yeah. Because I don't like what I see in the mirror. So I have to make that conscious decision to better myself. So as a woman, I'm constantly trying to evolve. I'm constantly trying to be better for whoever the next person that I'm in a relationship with.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Well said. But me, I really want women to look at themselves and improve. Now, not only just women, but men too. Men have a lot to work on as well. So women, men, get yourself together, be better. We'll probably have to do another episode on the men on ways to be better and things like that. So, but I really appreciate you being on the show.
You're welcome, sir. This was fun.
Yeah, it was very, very fun. We'll definitely have to do it again.
For sure.
You know that I love you.
I love you too.
And I appreciate what you do. And, we'll have you on the next, I don't know which episode we'll have you on, but we'll bring you back.
Okay. Go find your wife, son. Go find your wife.
All right, guys. That is episode 1 of the H3 Talk Show. Thank you so much. Come back, like, subscribe, and we'll see you later. All right.
Bye.